always been into stories. In my childhood years, I remember the times that I was writing and drawing some small comics. Storytelling has been a constant desire to me, and I also love to arrange puppet shows for the children of our neighbors. So I may say that during the years of my art education and after my graduation, I have tried to keep my stories safe in the background of my paintings. And one day I realized that as I was painting the panels of my graphic novels, I felt like I was unaware that I was painting graphic novel-like stories. And then I started to arrange them as juxtaposed side by side, top to bottom, on purpose, as exactly like graphic novels. After that, I also discovered, with the help of other comic artists, the expanding universe and the possibilities of its structure, especially in terms of composition. This answer maybe will be like a continuation of your previous question. I was kind of in a situation of being stuck in the medium of painting. I was repeating my compositions, forms, moves. I had spent some stressful times at that period. I had an aspiration to new and fresh exploration. And one day I did a painting which had 4 or 5 panels in it that depicts the atmosphere of a figure from different angles. When I comprehend all of these panels on the one surface, I got the impulse and I started drew the first page of Fishes May Come Back. And all of the panels formed immediately in my vision. There will be the first panel which begins from the stem of a tree, and then there will be a ship which sails to the land, the island, and there will be a sailor. He reaches to the island, and that is the classic way of begin a story which is heavy with a baby. And to mention about my technique in there, I guess in 2011, which is the first years of my academic study, I drew some illustrations to Ginsberg's whole poem just for my bookshelf. And while I was doing that, I used only an ink pen, and its impression to me was always beautiful, beautiful such as a gravure, etching print. I really love the charming effect of the line craftsmanship. Well, studying and contemplating of the academic background of painting and comics is a great pleasure to me most often. While I was drawing Fishes May Come Back, simultaneously I was studying on the draft of my research as well, which will be about silent comics, their semiotics and language. While I was drawing this story, at the same time I was learning, contemplating, pursuing more and more of the, I guess I may say scientific formula of comics, and especially the silent language. The silent issue is a very deep ocean. I would not like to dive into that for now, so I don't take up too much of your time. Also, I would like to mention the outstanding books which really inspired me both in academic and practical way of the comics. Grunstein's The System of Comics was a great boost to back my practical and academic works, I can say that, yeah. Chantan's The Arrival was my first reference to define silence in graphic novels, and then almost all of the works of Chris Ware were really supported me to realize aware of what I'm doing. Eleanor Davis' works for both storytelling and for medium and material techniques are the ones which I really admire. In fact, it is not exactly, however, kind of the first part of a series, which I call all of them as a stories of a few outsiders. For now, it has around 150 pages, more or less, which has similar characters and their similar stories. To be honest, I'm not sure where they will take me or where I'm taking them. When I look at the other chapters, I always notice my flaws both in terms of storytelling and artistic. That gives me really real discomfort, and until they will get published, I guess this situation will keep on going. However, I also like that this makes me actually pushes me to develop them further, to renew them with fresh and new tendencies. I believe Turkey has great potential of comics, or to call that as more broader term, storytelling. I'm saying that because of the reason of very vast collection of Anatolian folk illustration are here. I may jump to extreme recommendations, but there is prosperous collection of, I'm sure I can call them as comics from the early years of 20th century in Anatolia. And before that, especially in Upper Mesopotamia, it can be easily find nicely done illustration works which depicts the stories. But I'm not talking about miniatures. Many of them were drawn by anonymous artists as well. The most famous ones are the love stories of a young man to a girl, and then that love transforms into divinity and some heroic choices of a human. And this culture belonged to the country folk. The storytelling with drawing also was an essential communication method between people in these lands since the long years. Malik Aksel's research are the most critical ones to realize their value to the ones who would love to discover. Sorry to not mention any contemporary names, but if anyone is interested in this, they should check it out, the works of them. I mean, for me, it was a great influence. I really love to make stories with the help of silent visuals for now. I think they will get more limitless and powerful frequencies when they are getting away from the obstacles of words. Yes, I believe the words are obstacles. I mean, most of the time. A very intriguing, great, and ancient struggle of the body and soul of a human. Yeah. I should say that I'm very glad to meet and work with the team of Good Comics on this book. All of the process has been totally fun and joyful and truly productive to develop, to take the story to further to another level. Surely I hope this book reach wider audience day by day. However, to keep safe its indie-like synergy also is an important matter to me. I believe And I mean the fishes, they all may come back again, as always, with another fresh pulse and charming wave.